Hi, my name is Martin Tumbele, Managing Director at Zandu. One of the things that we do at Zandu, especially within each department, is we do marketing. One of the tools or one of the major sites that we use is LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a professional website where we have quite a number of potential candidates or potential leads who might eventually become our own customers one day, or even partners in that regard. Now, in terms of LinkedIn, it's very important that you know how to post on LinkedIn quite well. I've seen some of the mistakes that I've made and also the people have made. Number one, posting about random things on LinkedIn, posting about maybe your achievements, that I've achieved this sort of certificate, and going about it on and on and on and on. You know, at the end of the day, those things don't just quite cut it. And what makes really good LinkedIn posts are something that might maybe look at as mundane, but also interesting. I'll just give you an example. Before, I used to post and I would just talk about our services, what we do, right? Zandu, we do software consulting, we also build software for you, and that sort of stuff. But at the end of the day, maybe one like, a few more likes in a sense, right? So I switched it up and I said, hey, how do we regularly create content that's going to help us get more engagement? Number one, video is very important. Photo is good, but video is better. If you're posting, it would be really good if you actually post with some sort of media content, a file. It could be a photo, or it could be a series of photos, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 photos. LinkedIn allows you to upload PDFs that are several in number, and people can just sort of slide through like a carousel in a way, right? And at the end of the day, if you have something that's important, that's interesting, like some images on those parts or in that carousel, people will eventually read through that in a sense. Rather than writing a really long post, summarize it, put it in 5 different slides inside the carousel on YouTube, on LinkedIn, and the people will be able to just slide through and just, read through your content. At the end of the day, better you post a photo, but best if you actually post a video. Let's look at video. What kind of videos actually attract people in a sense? So number one, it could be like a good ad in a sense, maybe for Zandu, right? Like a video ad for Zandu, talking about what you do and really, really interesting things, right? Now, if you're looking at video, again, it would be very good that if you actually have video that is maybe funny or probably interesting or something that's not totally related to what you actually do at Zandu. However, you're trying to make a point. It could be a funny video about something or even a skit about something, but something that's funny, interesting, something that actually intrigues people and pulls people in, right? And that's much, much better than actually just having photos in a sense. Now, those are the posts that's actually going to get you much more engagement, right? That's how we are looking at posting our LinkedIn posts via whether you're using a group or a company page or you own stuff individually. It's very good that you actually do that. Then looking at specific photos, it would be really good if you actually posted photos that are either funny, humor-like, or something that maybe is about you personally. We've seen people posting photos that are probably AI generated. That's become so generic because people are now seeing it everywhere at the end of the day. However, posting a video about you, maybe yourself and talking about something, maybe your own experience, maybe speaking at a conference, and probably there's like quite a bit going on in the background. People are drawn into what's going on in the background, the different colors, the different things, right? So again, looking at this as an art, not as a job in terms of, hey, I have to just post some posts on LinkedIn, but looking at it as an art, as a way to, again, become better at posting videos, posting photos or posts on LinkedIn or even videos in that sort of regard. And then this is going to get you much more engagement. Again, moving on after the photos and the videos. Next, looking at hashtags. It's really good that you actually use specific hashtags related to the content within that video, because at the end of the day, looking at the SEO on LinkedIn, when people are searching for specific topics, you never know your hashtag could actually rank at a certain specific place higher than all the others, or even other posts, right? Then tagging people. You can tag people. Tag your friends, tag maybe your company members, and at the end of the day, other people get to see the tags. Oh, Jude was tagged, Moses was tagged. Oh, what's this post that they were tagged in? Tagging, hashtags, video, and photos, that's going to get you much more engagement on LinkedIn than just long-form text. People are tired and bored of long-form text, but if you actually look at photos, really interesting photos, even videos as well, that's going to help take you to a whole new level in your LinkedIn posting. So we encourage you at Zandu to continue exploring new ways of posting and creating engagement. Don't just post for the sake. Post to create engagement around that. In this video, I'm going to talk about emailing. Well, part of what we do again at Zandu is marketing, right? Apart from doing LinkedIn, we also email people. Emailing is a bit tricky because number one, you're emailing someone that you've probably never met before or never talked to, right? And there's several ways in which you can do it. In most cases, it's normally better to email someone who you've known prior or who knows you prior, to the email. But if you're going to go ahead and email for marketing purposes, you have to do it in a specific manner, in a specific, interesting way, right? In my previous video for LinkedIn, I talked about posting videos and also posting photos. Emailing is also kind of similar. People will definitely read your long form text, especially if it's a cold email. They'll read your long form text and probably 99% will probably not reply back to you. When you're looking at marketing, we need to look at the mass number. If you're going to email about 10 people, most likely you won't get any replies in return, especially with cold emails. However, if you can email 100, 200, 500, 1,000, you're most likely looking at maybe 10% of the 10% of the 10%. So those are the numbers that we actually work with. If you're going to do any email mass marketing campaign, you're going to definitely have to target a really large number of people. Say, for example, you're looking at getting 10 clients. You're looking at acquiring 10 clients. You're probably going to have a look at it in this sort of manner. You're going to probably look at it as leads. So let's say you have 100,000 leads, right? 10% of those 100,000 leads might get back to you. Those might be qualified leads, right? 10% of those qualified leads might eventually convert into clients in a sense. So looking at 10%, 10%, 10% rule, that gives you quite a good number in terms of how you need to start out. However, you start from the point of leads, right? And then first contact or conversations. And then you also look at the number that might probably get or be converted into clients as another 10%. So the larger the number you're targeting, the much better off you're going to be. Secondly, it's very good that in your cold emails, you actually including photos, interesting photos, and also video content as well. At the end of the day, it's almost similar to what's happening on social media. People are more pulled or drawn in to photos and also videos. So if you're going for cold emailing, I really encourage you to use photos and videos. That's going to help you most likely get people writing back to you. They're going to be drawn into the photos that you have, into the videos probably, and then eventually they'll pick interest in looking at your website or at our website. Then they might consider getting back to us in a sense. But long form text no longer works anymore. Video content and also photos actually work in this day and age, but videos are much better. Again, that's how we're going to be doing email mass marketing to people. We're going to have to definitely switch it up, but at the end of the day, we're continuously learning as a team. Thank you.